She posted a TikTok, manifesting a rich boyfriend while we were still together. I duetted, manifesting a loyal girlfriend. Then I updated my net worth, $1.2M for my inheritance I'd never mentioned. I'm 29M, software engineer, been fully remote for 3 years, and I look exactly like what you'd picture when you hear that. Plain clothes, beat-up sneakers, 6-year-old Honda. Nothing about my life reads as money, and that has never been an accident. My dad passed 2 years before I met my girlfriend and left me an inheritance I have never talked about publicly. Not with friends, not on social media, not with anyone I dated. It sits in a brokerage account and a property trust, and I live off my salary the same way I always have. My dad used to say you find out real fast who people actually are when they don't think there's anything to gain. I believed him. I still do. My girlfriend and I had been together for 14 months when this happened. We met at a mutual friend's rooftop party. She was funny, direct, didn't seem impressed by anyone there, which I found genuinely attractive. Things felt real. I introduced her to my mom. She introduced me to her family. I sat at her family's Thanksgiving table. 14 months of something I thought was solid. She had a TikTok account. Lots of people do. Not a big deal. She posted lifestyle stuff, outfits, occasionally videos of us out at restaurants. I was fine with it. I'm not really a camera person, so I wasn't many of her videos, but I had zero issue with her posting. I trusted her completely. One Thursday evening in March, I was on my couch with my laptop working late. She was in the other room. My phone buzzed. A TikTok notification. Someone I vaguely knew had tagged me in a video. I opened it expecting some random meme. It was her. She was doing that thing where you sit close to the camera and talk like you're whispering a secret to your best friend. Text on screen said manifesting a rich boyfriend, and she was actually talking out loud about how she wanted someone who could really provide, how she was done settling, how she wanted the trips and the bags, and someone who understood that she had a certain standard. The whole video was maybe 45 seconds. Posted 3 hours earlier. Already had 4,000 views. We were together. Actively, currently together. She had been in my apartment for 2 days at that point. I sat there and read through comments. Most of them were her friends hyping her up, some people asking if she was single. And one comment from an account I didn't recognize that said, "Girl, you're literally dating someone RN." Her response to that comment was a laughing emoji, and "It's not that deep, he's fine." He's fine. I put my phone down, went back to my laptop, kept working for another hour because I needed to think without reacting. She came out of the room around 10, sat next to me, asked if I wanted to order food. Completely normal. Like nothing had happened. Like there wasn't a video of her publicly announcing she wanted to upgrade her boyfriend sitting on the internet with our mutual friend's eyes all over it. I said sure. We ordered food. I didn't bring it up that night. Over the next 2 days, I paid close attention, and I started scrolling back through her public TikTok account with fresh eyes. I found a pattern I had completely missed before. Comments she made on other people's videos, responses in her own comment sections, a whole layer of public conversation that painted a very specific picture. She talked about her boyfriend, meaning me, in ways that weren't exactly flattering. He's not really a going-out person. He's a little boring, but comfortable. I'm working on leveling up the situation. 14 months. Her family's Thanksgiving table. I thought about confronting her directly, but something stopped me. Call it instinct. Call my dad's voice in the back of my head. I wanted to understand the full scope of what was happening before I said a word, and that "he's fine" comment kept sitting with me. There was a performance happening, a public one, and I wanted to see exactly how far it went before I decided what to do about it. On the 4th day after the original video, I opened TikTok, found her manifesting a rich boyfriend video, and I duetted it. My side of the screen was just me, same close to camera angle she'd used. No filter, no music, just me looking straight at the camera. I said calmly, manifesting a loyal girlfriend, someone who doesn't perform for the internet while they're in a relationship, someone who means what they say in private the same way they mean it in public. I paused for a second. Good luck with the manifestation, genuinely. Then in the caption I wrote, updated my brokerage account this week. $1.2 million. Funny how that works. And I posted it at 7:14 p.m. on a Tuesday. By 7:45 p.m. her friends had already tagged her in my video. By 8 p.m. it had 10,000 views. By 9 p.m. it had 40,000. My phone rang at 8:22 p.m. I let it ring. She called again. Let that one ring too. Then the text started coming in. What is this? Then call me right now. Then are you serious right now? Then, about 10 minutes later, the tone completely shifted. Baby, I'm so sorry. Can we please talk? That video was so stupid I wasn't thinking. I turned my phone face down and went to make dinner. She showed up at my apartment at 9:45 p.m. She had a key. She let herself in. I was sitting at my kitchen table eating, and she came in looking like she'd been through every emotion in the past hour, which she probably had. You posted that publicly, she said. You posted yours publicly. I said, that was different. How? She opened her mouth and closed it, sat down across from me. I wasn't being serious. It was just a TikTok. You told someone in the comments I was fine, like I was a placeholder you were tolerating. I was just playing along with the bit. For 14 months? I said, because I went back through your account. That wasn't one video. You told people I was boring but comfortable. You said you were working on leveling up the situation. That's not a bit. That's what you actually think. She went quiet. Those videos are public. I said, anyone can see them. Your friend, my friends, anyone. She shifted. The apologetic energy started sliding into something more defensive. Okay, but you didn't have to respond like that. You made me look bad in front of everyone. I duet your video with an honest response. You posted a video about wanting a richer boyfriend while you were with me. I responded. That's how the platform works. Then she landed on the thing she actually wanted to talk about. The money thing, she said, and I could see something changing in her expression. Is that real? The 1.2 million. I looked at her for a moment. That's what you want to focus on right now. I'm just asking. Yeah, I said, it's real. The silence after that was one of the more uncomfortable ones I've ever sat through. I could see her recalibrating in real time. The whole shape of her expression shifted. She went from defensive to careful. Why didn't you ever tell me? She asked. Because I wanted to know who you were without it. She sat with that. Then, so this whole time you were testing me. I wasn't testing you. I was just living my life. You showed me who you were on your own. She tried a few different angles after that, said the videos were just content and didn't reflect how she really felt. Said she'd been going through something and wasn't in a good headspace. Said I had humiliated her by posting publicly instead of coming to her privately first. I let her finish. Then I said, I think you should go home tonight. So that's it. I need some space to think. She left, but that was nowhere near the end of it. Over the next 72 hours, she ran what I can only describe as a full coordinated campaign. She sent me a long text, multiple paragraphs, explaining that she loved me and the TikTok was a lapse in judgment, and that learning about the money changed absolutely nothing for her, and she wanted to be with me regardless. She called twice. Her best friend texted me directly to vouch for her character, said my girlfriend was devastated and had never meant any of it. I didn't respond to any of it. Then her mother called me. I genuinely did not see that one coming. Her mother had always been warm and I'd liked her, but I recognized the call for what was the second she started talking. She told me my girlfriend was a good person who had made a mistake. She said public humiliation was serious and that I should reflect on what I'd done. She suggested very politely that if I had been upfront about my financial situation earlier, the whole thing might have been avoided, which was a remarkably composed way of implying I was somehow responsible for the outcome of my own girlfriend's secret TikTok videos about wanting to trade up. I listened, said I appreciated her calling, said I needed more time, got off the phone. Then my girlfriend posted again on TikTok, a new video, herself, visibly upset, talking about how she'd been blindsided by a public response to what she called a private joke, how she had been humiliated by someone she trusted, how she never meant any harm. She didn't say my name. She didn't need to. Everyone who followed her already knew exactly who she meant. The comments were split, some supporting her, some skeptical, a lot of people referencing the duet and asking questions. The video hit 60,000 views. People started coming back to my duet with a different energy. Comments asking if I'd been too harsh. Suggestions that I'd expose her unfairly. The narrative was being actively reshaped, and she was doing it quickly and deliberately. I watched all of it from my apartment and made a decision. I was not going to post again. No public back and forth. But I wasn't going to do nothing either. I reached out to the mutual friend whose rooftop party was where we'd met. Someone who'd known both of us from the beginning and had watched the whole relationship develop. I asked if he'd seen what was going on. He said yes. I asked if I could share some context with him privately. He said yes. I sent him screenshots. Every comment I'd saved from her account. The boring but comfortable one. The leveling up the situation one. The he's fine response. The full timeline organized with dates. I didn't ask him to do anything with it. I just said I wanted someone who knew us both to have the complete picture. He sat on it for a day. Then he posted a single comment on her sympathy video. He didn't write much. Just, I've seen the full picture. It's more complicated than this. That one comment, from someone her followers recognized as a mutual, started a visible shift. People began asking questions in her comments. The story she'd been building started developing cracks in real time. She texted me that same night. Did you tell him to post that? I shared context. He made his own decision. You're trying to destroy me. I posted one video responding to yours. Everything after that has been your own choices. She said something I won't repeat and went silent. Then came the part one truly did not engineer and did not expect. Her best friend, the one who had texted me to vouch for her, went cold on her. I found out through the mutual friend that the best friend had seen the screenshots I'd shared and had confronted my girlfriend privately. According to mutual friend, when her best friend asked her directly about the boring but comfortable comments, my girlfriend said something like, "You know how it is. You say things online." Her best friend's response was, "I have never said anything like that about my boyfriend online." Their friendship went cold after that conversation, and then the piece I really did not see coming. About 3 weeks after everything had settled, I got a DM on TikTok from someone I didn't know. They said they recognized me from the duet and thought I should know something. They said they had gone to college with my girlfriend, and they said this was not the first time she had run this exact playbook. That there had been a guy before me she'd dated for close to 2 years, kept comfortable and low profile, while publicly signaling she wanted someone with more, and when he'd eventually confronted her about it, she'd done the identical thing. Positioned herself as a victim, rallied people around her, made him out to be the villain. I sat with that for a while. It explained a lot. The speed with which she pivoted to the sympathy video. The coordination with her mother and her best friend happening almost simultaneously. The way she knew exactly which levers to pull and in what order. That wasn't improvised. That was a practice sequence. I thanked the person for reaching out. I didn't post about it. Didn't share it with anyone else. Just kept it. The inheritance. The $1.2 million. It didn't change anything about who I am or how I live. I still drive the same Honda. I still wear plain clothes. I still work the same remote job. What had changed was what she thought she'd lost when everything came out. And the distance between those two things told me everything I needed to know about what those 14 months had actually been. My apartment is quiet now. The duet is still up. Still gets comments every few weeks from people who stumble across it. I don't read them. If you want to be around the next time I stop being fine and become someone's main problem, go ahead and subscribe, because apparently that's when things get genuinely interesting.